This is Yukai Chou, gamification pioneer and international keynote speaker. But I usually like the role of a designer more. I think I do like to create things with my hands, and then I just happen to have things to share. But welcome to, what is this? Chow's Rambling with Insights, episode number 3, as I prepare to launch my second book, 10,000 Hours of Play. And the book is basically turning our lives into a game with 6 steps. And first step is finding your game. Second step is knowing your attributes. Step 3 is to identify your roles. Step 4 is to enhance your skills. Step 5 is to build your alliances, and step 6 is to tackle your quests. And again, the book is written upon 3 pillars. Number 1, every successful person we have studied in history have aligned those 6 steps. And in our book, we have one for each step. So step 1, choosing your game, is basically Gandhi. Step 2, knowing your attributes, is Walt Disney. Step 3, identify or selecting your role, is Oprah. Step 4, enhance your skills, is Elon Musk. And step 5, that's building your alliances. There's 2 chapters. So one is Leonardo da Vinci, and then also Sun Yat-sen, which you probably don't know, but maybe some of you do. And step 6 is achieve your quest, which is Mary Curie. So every person we've studied, and also Steve Jobs, all these people, they have the 6 steps aligned, right? And so many of them, when they only had 5 steps aligned, their lives were not going so well. And it's only when they have 6 steps all aligned, we have 10k HP alignment, that's when their lives start taking off and becoming legendary. So that's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is that the goal of the book is that we want to create 1,000 more, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Mary Curie's, Leonardo da Vinci's in the world, because now people have a system, have a methodology to align their 6 steps. And, again, it's not just getting 1,000 readers, but some, results may vary. And so we think 1,000 people who achieve top results might be, at least something we can aspire to. I'm not going to say it's realistic. I think it's very possible. So I'd say it's a realistic kind of goal. And pillar 3 is, of course, you as the reader, if you end up reading my book, could be one of those 1,000 people, or you could just, be elevated and what we say, like, achieve your legendary success. That's a terminology we keep using. Like, either achieving your legendary success or finding your legendary success. Sometimes we say, like, like getting your legendary achievement, right? That's like in a game when sometimes there are these achievements, but some of them are legendary, and it's pretty cool. So so those are the pillars. And one of my favorite chapters is enhancing your skill. And inside, not just my favorite chapter, my favorite section is the literature about real life game skills. So these are skills that are found in real life, but the naming of it is using some game language and game skills. So for instance, the ability to charge, which is a warrior skill, because we have different classes like a warrior, mage, and rogue, is to walk up and approach strangers, talk to them. So it's good for asking for someone out, or networking, or closing. Execute is also a warrior skill, which is closing deals. There's war cry, which is like motivating your team to push harder than usual with high intensity. Right, that's a warrior skill. You can probably tell. One of my favorites is power leap, which I'm thinking about if I want to go to that store again. This is rambling with insights, right? It's a bunch of insights, but it's mixed with rambling. So it's like a lot of Yukai personality and hopefully some amount of Yukai insights, of course. But it's all 100% Yukai. You gotta like Yukai to enjoy these rambling with insights. All right, power leap, I might go into that, but you might be wondering about what are some other skills. So there's like thunderclap. Thunderclap is a paladin skill, and it's like the ability to make speeches that, you know, shake the crowd and inspire them. So those, like for instance, Martin Luther King had the thunderclap skill. There is terraforming, which I thought was at least interesting named, but if you know, terraforming is like a spell in a game where you're like changing the crust of the earth and basically changing the landscape, right? And that is the skill to do lobbying. And so, and one of the examples I put in is one of the PayPal executives who later became CEO of Square. I think his name is Keith Rabois, if I pronounce, like, think about when you write a book, you never have to pronounce someone's name, right? But PayPal was like a kind of like a bank, but not really a bank. So so it didn't fit into the compliance, the laws of the time. And same with Square, which is kind of like a payment processing thing, but it's different from the usual ones. So he had to go to lobby and talk to policymakers and push and change the law, change the rules and the compliance, change basically the rules so that PayPal and Square became compliant, right? And so that is the power of terraforming. It's very powerful. Some people, you know, a lot of people say, hey, you know, the ability to lobby and terraform and change your environment is like cheating, and that's how huge corporations like stay ahead. And yeah, definitely, for sure, I totally agree. And that's a warlock skill, I believe, which is like not very it's powerful but not fair. It's all about winning. But you have to agree, it's very powerful. It changes if you can change your environment to make you win, then it's pretty strong. So terraforming is pretty interesting. There's another warlock skill, siphoning, which is the ability to suck knowledge out of people. So Elon Musk was very, very good at that. So he, you know, a lot of people's like, oh, Elon Musk has no real skills, he doesn't know how to do anything, you know, he just hires the best people. Well, first of all, he read the whole library, all the books in his library when he was like a teenager. So he has some skills, and he did have a double major from UPenn and got into Stanford. So he has some major skills. But according to his biography, one of the things when they interview his top employees, they said, hey, Elon Musk would just like corner you and start asking you a bunch of questions, and they goes really, and to the point that employee says when he walks away, he'll have 70 to 90% of your knowledge. Okay, that's insane, right? If you have like hundreds or thousands of top employees, top talent in the world, and every time you walk away from them, you're siphon 70 to 90% of their knowledge. That's crazy, right? And so that's what they say Elon Musk has. Elon Musk has a lot of warrior skills and ranger skills and warlock skills, and you know, he wins a lot, right? So anyway, I think we'll conclude here. I want to try to keep these ramblings with insights to 8 to 9 minutes. Hopefully, you can see I'm doing it when I'm just doing my daily commute, driving my kids to school, so I can focus my normal times on just actually writing my book and running my 3 companies and all that stuff. But yeah, so I think we'll talk about Power Leap. It has some of the coolest stories. As a teaser, it means like going to a city and visiting someone unannounced, but the audacity of it makes them respect you and actually agree to meet you, and then, you know, give you what you want, basically. So anyway, we'll stay tuned to that. I'll talk to you later. Yukai Chou, signing off.